Well, as I'm sitting here waiting on getting a schedule to go to the doctor, I have a recording on my phone that says the vaccine it can prevent you from getting the COVID, or it may lessen the severity of symptoms that you get after contracting. That's exactly what this recording just said. And I'm waiting on it to go to that part of that recording again, and I'll let you hear it if it gets to that. So I wanted you to know the vaccine may not even work. And that's straight here on recordings from hospitals. Oops. Y'all want to put your uh, faith in this vaccine, and it may not even work. That's straight from a hospital's reporting. So there you go. The the vaccine, the cure all, the miracle may not even work for you. You may still catch the virus after taking the vaccine. So that's quite interesting. You ask me. That's really interesting. I think you all should reevaluate even when the people that are giving out the COVID or the the vaccine. All right, guys, I got So now I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. I had a phone call. But as I was saying, on their on a hospital, pretty pretty busy, pretty renowned hospital. This recording says the vaccine may help, may, it don't guarantee, may help to keep from getting the virus, or it may help uh, uh, even after you catch the virus to lessen the symptoms, which you may, but it also states you may catch the virus even after taking the vaccine. So that right there is a scary thing to me. Vaccine uh, may not work. You still may catch the virus after taking the vaccine, and it may or may not work. You should listen to these things when you uh, go to get a medical evaluation and see what they have to say. The word may is a big word. It may or may not work to vaccinate you, and it may or may not help keep you from getting the virus. It may or may not help lessen the effects of the virus after you catch it, after you took the vaccine. And that's how that was stated on that phone. I didn't get a chance to catch it uh, like I wanted to, but I wanted to let you know what it stated. And Rochester Regional Health is a pretty renowned hospital. I want to think about that. Well, according to the thing that I just heard, it may or may not work for your cousin. It may or may not lessen the effects after your cousin took the shot and got both shots and catch it. May they may or may not catch it after taking the vaccine, and it may or may not lessen the effects after you catch it. Just say, just bring that to your attention. It may or may not work to keep you from getting the virus. And if you do catch it afterwards, after taking the vac, uh, it may or may not lessen the effects of the virus. So, hey, Hot Rod, I do not, you know, we've had a few words here and there in the past, things like that. You're a good guy. I like you overall. Okay, and I do not condone anybody going to your freaking channel when you do not promote anything on your channel to dislike or like people. Uh, um, uh, I don't promote anybody going to your channel like that. That was wrong. I think I think that was very much said wrong, done wrong to you. I just wanted to let you know. You have one thing to say about the virus, Rod? What's that? that's probably for the best for you, Hot Rod, just to let you know. Because even the medical community says it may or may not work. So I agree, Hot Rod. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly with you, buddy. Wholeheartedly. Hey, Steve Mazur, how are you? I agree, Hot Rod. I agree. We've been objecting for a long time, Steve Masher. Real Americans have, at least. Just saying. Hey, Alexander Marr. But I just wanted to let you know what even the medical community feels about the thing, even due to even on their website. There you go, Hot Rod. Or not their website, excuse me, on their recording when you're trying to get a appointment made. Steve, uh, uh, you know the fights that some of us have been in and trying to prevent that. Uh, Unfortunately, you can to do it properly without having them do what they tried to do, what they're trying to do to hundreds of thousands of people right now. It's hard to do. Right. All right. You're right. Hey, news now. I do not, never have, Steve Mazur. That's the thing. I believe that, She Devil. I would not disagree with that statement. It's not looking very good. I do agree. The problem is some of us have been in battles to try to stop that. Okay, not per se physical. Okay, word battles, paper battles. You know, trying to get it to stop, try to get it curbed, try to get it at least to where it ain't near as bad as it is. But I hate to tell you, here's the thing. Now, if uh, Biden sits in office, you can expect that to become worse. Uh, you will be, I guarantee you, it will be a minimum of half a dollar of your money that you work your ass off for. Half your money, that will be half of your money, will go to the government from if he sits in office. Right, Hot Rod, you're right on that. Well, that's good, She Devil. That's good. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I've never taken a vaccine in my life, Alexander Mark, of any kind, and I don't intend to start now. Absolutely not. Wow, they got you hit hard, don't they? All right. Damn. Yes, I agree. Yeah, I agree with you on that, Stephen Mark. Niger. I do. Stephen Mark. I got out. I was looking at Alexander Mark, Steve Mazur's name at the same time. But Steve Mazur, I agree with you. I agree with you on that. Many do support. I agree, Steve Mazur. At this point in time, it's up to me. Okay, Alexander Mark. At this point in time, uh, right now, one of the things we are trying to prevent is making it mandatory in the state of New York. Uh, they're trying to make it mandatory uh, to take it. Um, that ain't good. You should have that choice. And you say, okay, I suppose it's up to you. Uh, they're trying to make it where they say, okay, if you choose not to, you get to go to a camp. Let's speak about camps. PBS just fired one of their lawyers. They're trying to downgrade him. I looked into what some of the stuff he's done that's on public record. They're trying to downgrade him by saying he was a mid-level attorney for PBS who said that all of Trump's supporters' kids should be taken from them and put in re-education camps. Okay, uh, that guy actually has some very high-profile cases to his name with PBS. Um, and I'm talking not just here in the United States. I'm talking across the world. So you ain't going to tell me he was a mid-level uh, 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 attorney. When you start going worldwide into the world arena, you aren't no mid-level attorney. You would get eat up, shit out, and thrown to the wolves if you were a mid-level attorney. You better have your shit wired tight. And you better be a high top notch attorney. So they're trying to downplay this man as being a mid level. Okay. Um, so I no, sorry, Hot Rod, no, that ain't happening on mine. I'm sorry if y'all seen it, you got it, do what it says. I don't care, but I can't leave that in my chat, Hot Rod. I apologize. I can't do that. Okay. Um, good, bad, or indifferent. I appreciate you trying to do that, but that can get my channel taken down. I apologize, Rod. I don't want you thinking I'm trying to be a dick to you. Okay, I'm not. Hey, Caterpillar. And right now, the way they're censoring, that could get my channel taken down that quick, man. That quick. So I apologize to you, bro. I understand, but the way they're doing censorship, uh, that can get my channel taken down. They're taking people down quickly just for numbers, for telling them to call their officials. This was a news thing that just got put up. There was a there was a thing that was it said for Facebook. Facebook is taking down people. They're telling people, giving their numbers out to call their officials and express how they feel to their officials. Okay. Uh, um, and they say Facebook has said that's doxing, and they're taking down people just for putting out numbers. Okay, so I don't trust YouTube not to jump on that bandwagon. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to make sure. I agree to that to a point, Caterpillar. So, because if we, the people, we quit fighting amongst each other, we would be the most powerful voice on earth, uh, and we could get a lot accomplished. But none of us can agree on if it's day or night, if the left is right and the right is left. You know, yes, I agree. I agree with you on that, Caterpillar. I agree. Now, Hot Rod, what you can do, and as far as I know, this hasn't got anybody taken down. You can say, hey, look up the number for that particular individual, like the Saint Crux or however Croesus or however you say that mayor, okay, and and call him, okay. As far as I know, at this point in time, they are not they are not taking people down for that. They're using the number as an excuse for doxing. So, okay. Uh, yeah. Well, I just want to make sure for personal, you have that. Okay, that ability still yet, as far as I know. Uh, yeah, I ain't so worried about links right now. Welcome back, She Devil. Cata, by the way, thank you for coming in. Hot Rod, thank you for coming in. All of y'all, thank you for coming in. News Now Canuck. Look at that sexy beard. Yeah, you're the sexy god of the North, and we all know it. News Now Canuck. So now, so you know that's all said fun and not in truth. The reason I say that is because I have a big problem. I agree, Cata. I agree. But as I was getting to say, uh, I, I I have a big problem when they start saying a place, a business that they've asked to remove God out of repeatedly. Uh, out of every one of them people that sat in that chamber mouth said, remove God from state, remove God from state, remove God from state. Okay. And that's on both sides of the aisle there. And then they claim it to be sacred. If you have no God, it's not sacred. So therefore, they're claiming they are the gods. I have a big problem with that. when they're just as much human as anybody else on this earth. They ain't gods. I have a problem when they start calling places like that sacred, when they've already said they did not want God in any way, shape, or form. That means any God. That means a Muslim God, a Christian God, uh, any God in them chambers. So therefore, it's not a sacred chamber. And I get tired of hearing Democrats and Republicans alike saying that's a sacred chamber, because it's not, unless they consider themselves the gods, which they are not. And it disgusts me and makes me sick to my stomach to hear it. Then you claim, okay, well, my place of business that I work at is sacred to me. Well, when you go to your when you go to your place of work, do you think of God as you do? Most people do. Most people ask God to intervene to help them make great decisions, whatever the God is. And I'm not saying, I'm using God as a general term. Okay, um, the God is a general term. Okay, I'm not saying that Buddhism is wrong or right. I'm not saying Christianity is wrong or right. I'm not saying any religion's wrong or right. Okay, at that effective time, you bring a God into your business and ask them to help you, which most people do, even in their mind, then it's okay. But when you physically say, let's remove God from state, and have said it many times over and agree with that statement, then you just effectively, no matter how you look at it, remove God from that place. So therefore, it's not sacred anymore. Okay. Uh, so I'm getting tired of that, because now what they're saying is we are the gods. Bow down to me. We're the gods. And they want that to be considered a sacred place. I have a big problem with that. When the devil attempts to blast us, God opens a window in heaven to bless us. I agree, Caterpillar. I agree. Good luck. What do you mean, Caterpillar? Good luck with that one. Oh, the devil attempting to blast us. Yeah, I agree. Um, so, and I've heard Republicans. I heard freaking Fox News affiliate running that same spiel and same line. Okay. But then again, we also found out just yesterday or the day before, was it? It might have been the day before, that NBC and Fox, who run the same, are affiliated now. And proof positive that they're affiliated. Never seen the proof. I heard it. I heard it time and time again. Yeah, they're affiliated. Yeah, they're affiliated. But now the proof positive was there. So you got NBC, who's been running that rampant on theirs, and now you got a Fox News affiliate running it rampant uh, uh, out of his mouth. Sounds like the same rhetoric, same bullshit, just in a different form. And so that showed me, when I'm putting them two and twos together, okay, that they're all running the same propaganda bullshit, just in a different format. get their lies across. And to try to divide this country even more. So Fox is just as bad at trying to do the division as any other mainstream media. I watch them just so I could catch things like that and bring it to you and let you think about things like that, give you thoughts in your head that you should have in your heads to think about. Just like that vaccine may or may not work. You may or may not catch it after the vaccine. And if you do catch it after the vaccine, uh, it may or may not reduce the symptoms of the virus. So that's what you're looking at. And that's what it said. See, they didn't go may or may not. What they said, well, the vaccine may prevent you to get the virus. Then it said, if you do catch it after getting the vaccine, it may reduce the effects of the virus. So if it only may, it may not as well. But they don't want to put that may not in there because that sows seeds of doubt. I will put that may not to it. But on that note, guys, every time I come on here and talk about this stuff, so you know, I take a chance of having my channel take it down. And I know this. Uh, Due to the censorship that's happening. I just wanted to let you know that the censorship is real. There's hundreds of thousands of people getting, literally hundreds of thousands of people getting their channels, their websites, their Facebooks, their Twitters, their hell, a whole fucking platform called Parler was shut down. Uh, they're now going hell bent on anything that says stop that. You know what? For Trump, they're hell bent on that. They're trying to get that taken out of here, taken out as well. They even got rid of a platform called Walk Away, which is Democrats that decided this is not what they wanted their party to be, and they walked away. Okay, and then they were giving the reasons why they walked away. They shut that down. That so they're even going after their own now. Okay, people that would probably, if they just change what they're doing a little bit, would come back to their party in a heartbeat. Instead, they want to alienate them and push them further away. Is we need to come together. We need to come together until you have a difference of opinion, and then we alienate you and throw you to the wolves. We need to come together. We need to come together as long as you believe everything I say. If you don't, we push you away and throw you to the wolves. That is their message right now. scary message if you ask me. And they want to even start attacking their own that they could have probably brought back just by a little change. I, I'm agreeing with that Steve measure, especially now. I know, Caterpillar. Um, they're right now uh, telling followers to get into the faces of Republicans and scream and yell at them, degrade them. Is that bringing us together? Same here, man. It's the measure. I've had a lot of crap due to it just by walking down the street without my mask. That's insane, man. I had four people cuss me out because I walked down the sidewalk outside without a mask on the other day in a car. It's fine, She Devil. You're good. She said she's coming for everybody, Caterpillar, that don't believe in her agenda and her ways. Camilla ain't got nothing. She's expecting other people to do her dirty work. Camilla herself won't have will not have the balls to even come out of out of a cellar. Uh, Maybe not so much, Steve Measure. She's very good at spreading her legs and becoming a cum dump. And that's what I've called her since she started uh, uh, running for VP because that's the only way she got into where she's at. And that's my nickname for that woman and has been. And if you don't like me saying that, sorry, this is my channel. Uh, and like I said, every time I speak, I'm taking a chance of freaking having my channel taken down, and I know it. Okay, so I'm going to speak my mind until I can't no more. Tell you how I feel. Gee, you might want to talk to the people in California and see how they feel about her wielding her power effectively. They tried to burn her house down almost 7 years ago. That's how effective her power was. I want to think about that. Her effectiveness ain't that good. That ain't effectively. If you're using your power effectively, Steve Madger, you're using it effectively, you will not have that problem. If you're using it effectively for the people, I should add. Maybe you're talking about she ain't using, she's using it just to promote herself and get herself good. Uh, okay, yeah, okay. Now I'm understanding what you're saying, Steve. Okay, that's why I went on to ask that. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. So I agree with that now. Okay, I see what you're saying. That's why I asked that. You were going about she wields it effectively to promote herself and get herself further into places where she really has no place being or right to be. I understand now. At least that's how I look at it. That's my opinion. My opinion, Steve. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. Honestly, I'm not. That's my opinion. I want to make clear that's my opinion. Not, my views may not be the views of Steve Masher. I'll put that disclaimer out there. So, but I have gladly called her that because I honestly believe all she's ever done is spread her legs, and that's the power she's got. Because I've seen what she does to the people, and how the people dislike her, distrust her, don't want her around them. That's so. The only other way that I could see it wasn't the people that put her there. It's the only other way I could see she's gotten where she's at. Probably Steve managed it, probably. And I'm also going to touch on one other thing. Uh, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Uh, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut the live stream. But Arnold Schwarzenegger wanted to say that even the peaceful protesters should be charged with treason. And then he uh, uh, equated it to the night of the broken glass. Buddy, that wasn't even close. In one night, 10,000 Jewish people were killed and murdered, cities destroyed in one night. Not even close, Arnie. And if you don't like a peaceful protest, get the fuck out of my goddamn country and go back to your goddamn country. It's our right. It's the right of anybody by the Constitution. If you don't like it, big fella, go back on fucking home. Get the fuck out of my country. Unimmigrate yourself. Enjoy. No one asked you to come here, and no one asked you for your opinion on how to destroy my Constitution. No one wants your opinion on how to destroy our Constitution, including the left, according to them, because they like to have that Constitution and they use that Constitution. So, Arnie, go on back home. I don't want you here. And probably many people don't want you here. And they sure in hell don't appreciate you wanting to bring your communistic views into our country. Yeah, steroid popper. I'm the big I am. I'm Conan. Me use Conan sword to make point. Me Terminator. Me use steroids. Me look buff because me use steroids. Look at you now that you ain't using your steroids because it was destroying your body, Arnie. Look at your body now. Look how gray your hair is. Look how sagged out your face is. Never liked you to begin with. I hated every movie you ever done. Okay. Terminator, fucking all that shit. Never liked one of your movies. I even had a live stream. People were talking about different things, about different movies that you did. And I'm like, duh, because I never watch him. I don't like him. I don't like anything he's done. I didn't like even Conan. If I was popping and shooting steroids like you, guess what? I wouldn't look this scrawny. I'd be freaking buff just like you, buddy. You ain't never been anything special but a pill popping, steroid taking user. And the reason I actually say this is you can look up that he got removed from 3 bodybuilding con- contests that he had for enhancement drugs. So, oops, maybe you shouldn't let that stuff get out there, Arnie, if you don't want people to use it against you like that. And you might want to keep your little Australian communistic or Austrian, excuse me, not Australian. I apologize to you, Perth. I apologize to any Australian that I may have offended with that statement. He's from Austria. He could take his communistic Austrian views and go back home with them, as far as I'm concerned, and spew his communistic views all over Austria. I don't think that's going to go too far in Austria, Arnie. That's why you came here. Ain't no injustice, how are you? There you go, caterpillar. I don't appreciate it, and I guarantee you, over half this country did not appreciate your communistic views, Arnie. Also, right now, This actually, I said that would be the last thing I touched on a while back, but I'm still touching on a few other subjects and brushing on a few other subjects. Right now, they got a bill that they're trying to get support to pass to abolish the electoral college as we're speaking. They say it's an antiquated, outdated means of electing a president and has no bearing in our uh, uh, in our elections today. So they're trying to take away a checks and balance avenue of election. That's something you all may want to think about here, people. Elections are they're trying to rig the elections even more with that. That's what they're in the process of trying to do in the House right now. So y'all almost been on an hour. Appreciate you listening to what I had to say from the start to the finish. I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate y'all's views. I appreciate everything you've done and for this great country. Earth, including you, man, hey, girl. I've heard you speak for this country many times, and I appreciate you for it. You're a good person, and I thank you. Known Justice, thank you. Caterpillar, thank you. Alexander Marr, thank you. Stephen Mazur, thank you. Thank you to all of you that despise tyranny, form, shape, or fashion. That's good, Perth. That's good. Don't be surprised if it happens, though. Uh, Union Electric, uh, uh, so you know, Union Electric, which supplies a great deal of the world's power for electricity, went into business and contract with the Chinese government. That was also put out on many news sources from mainstream media on down. That ain't good. That ain't good for the world. To let you know. Amen to that, girl. Amen to that, girl. And that's why I've always respected you, Perth, because of that simple statement that you made, and you know it. We're all in the shit, mate. No matter what chunk of dirt we stand on. So I'll gladly show that and let that be shown. It's the truth. It is totally the truth. When you got countries banning our social media platforms not to do with what Trump had done, but to do with what them social media platforms are doing. And they were afraid they would try to come in and corrupt their countries. That's saying something very big. Good, Perth. Good. Same here. Same here. I have half and half as well. And also, I know how, at least around here, I know how to go out and I know how to get some wood and I know how to build a fire too if I need to cook and if I need to purify water as well. But on that note, guys, y'all have a good day, good afternoon, good morning, good night, wherever you may be. I appreciate every one of y'all and I thank every one of y'all. I am out.